The best. You have changed so many lives. So many lives. Come have a seat.
Concept of the big 400 because you had all of these people that started a journey to get healthier, to lose weight at the beginning at #1, and then you brought them back. Do you know what the grand total was of how much weight?
Well, you know, the show wasn't just about weight loss, but we lost thousands of pounds on it.
Thousands of pounds.
But the big issue for me, and that woman that you saw in that little clip, the main reason she wanted to lose weight is she was infertile.
And that was the other thing. There were people dealing with infertility, and there were babies out there.
Yeah, so I mean, we had all these little kids. They're so cute anyway, but they all came into existence because folks were able to lose weight, understand their bodies better. And, you know, you need this incredible symphony of hormones to shift in order to have a baby. We also had folks who were salt addicts, people who had just, Rocco the cowboy, big meat-loving guy who needed heart surgery, but we were able to avoid it because he was able to turn his life around. And, you know this because you've been there.
Absolutely.
But the reason I wanted people to come back on the show and talk to me about their lives is that, look, the word doctor means teacher, doctore, right? I'm supposed to teach, not to operate, you know, not do shows, supposed to teach. So when people hear the message and they talk to each other about it, that's what makes the show so worthwhile for me.
That's what makes it a larger
makes the conversation go.
That's right. It opens up that whole conversation. And there's a larger project now, a bigger picture that's very sort of related to everything we're talking about. And it ends with $1 million, which doesn't hurt either.
This is my Transformation Nation $1 Million Year.
Transformation Nation. First of all, it's very catchy. It sounds like a Motown song.
That's right. It's jack like this a little bit. All right. So, but here's what it's about. I thought back, I said, okay, what is the best way for us to get everybody thinking differently about their bodies?
That's right.
Right? So I said, okay, if we make 7 steps, the 7 things holding you back, and they include better sleep, they include, obviously, eating and physical activity, but also, how do you connect with your doctor? One of the big ones we're doing for the holidays is family history, because your family history tells you about your genetic weaknesses. Listen, your lifestyle is more important than your genes, but your genes do matter. The genes load the gun, the lifestyle pulls the trigger. So you need both of them to be under touch. So if I can help you figure out your family history, I'll know your genes. All of those become part of these 7 steps. Now, if you go on DrOz.com and you fill out these basic surveys so that you can begin to use these programs, which we're going to do together.
Okay.
Right? Then at the end of the day, we're going to have a big American Idol type vote. Everyone gets to get involved. Pick a few folks that aren't the people who lost the most weight, but they just represent what we are as a nation as we try to get healthier. And so at the end of it all of you are going to vote for a winner who's going to walk home with $1 million. Because if you look like $1 million and you feel like one, you deserve it. But you know what? If you don't win the $1 million, you are healthier for trying.
That's right. And everybody can be involved in who gets to go home and look themselves in the mirror and say, yeah, I look and feel like $1 million, and oh, I happen to have $1 million. Now, I don't know if you got $1 million for this. I happen to think you should, because a picture is worth $1 million. The first man ever on the cover of Shape magazine. And making you look even better, the gorgeous Lisa in a killer dress.
You know, I gotta say, Lisa, and I began talking about it, Lisa wasn't the one who cooked this meal in order for me to demonstrate it, but she's the brains of the family. And it is the smartest thing I ever did in my life. For any guys out there worrying about whether they should pop the question, marry someone smarter than you, and then hold on tight, because it is worth the trip.
You know, you tell a funny story in the article that you sort of have, not technically an arranged marriage, but a wink and a nudge to one.
Oh, no, it was arranged. Without question. I tell you, I was going out to dinner. Yeah. And my parents were taking me out. And they said, well, we'll invite our friends over who brought their daughter. So I wasn't aware of it. She thought I was the maitre d', by the way. And that went on for a while until I finally sat next to her. And, you know, I didn't tell my parents that I was dating Lisa, because I didn't want to admit to the reality that my parents set me up. And so we went secretly together, and she told her parents.
Were her parents in on it, too?
No, well, her parents, yeah, they were in on it. They knew from the get-go. But I didn't admit to anybody. Then finally, my dad was giving me a hard time one day about, I was in med school, about studying so much and not enjoying life, not going out and smelling the coffee. And I said, Dad, you know that girl that you introduced me to? I'm marrying her. It's the only time in my entire life they was able to shut my dad down. The entire life.
That is a sweet kind of arranged marriage. It wasn't like she was forced or paid for or anything. No,
I love her dearly.
Just to be clear. It was just that Dad was right.
Yes.
The one time. You know, we'll have Dr. Oz's or Lisa's, however you want to look at it. We're going to have that recipe up on the website, and we are going to make sure that over the commercial break, 2 people literally hooted for the sweet potatoes, and this woman started doing the patty clap like this. So we're going to give Dr. Oz's sweet potatoes the taste test in the audience. More with Dr. Oz at the kitchen table right after.